Welcome back to Buzzer to Buzzer.
All right, guys. Well, there has been a bunch of news concerning not only free agency, but the NBA trade deadline elapsing as well. So today we're going to be covering some of the latest developments. Without any further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys. So firstly, we're going to start off with the news we found out last night that concerning Montrezl Harrell, the reigning Sixth Man of the Year. Head on over to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, guys, I think none of us saw this move coming out with Montrezl Harrell being on the Los Angeles Clippers, the opposing rivals of the Lakers. Pat Beverly had a lot to say. Our thoughts on this move.
I thought this was a snake move by Montrezl Harrell. I'm very disappointed in him. You can't just go from the Clippers to the Lakers. He's ring chasing, obviously. Whatever. He got the money he wanted, but I'm disappointed that he didn't run it back with the Clippers because obviously the Clippers are a contender for the title.
The Lakers have made a lot of changes this offseason, and Montrezl is probably the biggest one. Rajon Rondo has left. They've made a few trades regarding Danny Green, and KCP and Kyle Kuzma are involved in rumors right now. Dwight Howard, also another piece that has left the Los Angeles Lakers. So it seems like they're completely reconstructing this team based off what they saw as a problem, what they need new. And I think this is a great move for the Lakers. Montrezl, he's a great player, and he'll probably be in their starting lineup this upcoming season if Kyle Kuzma does end up getting moved with Anthony Davis at the center if he does resign. But what's even better about this move is that they're taking away a key player from their biggest rival. Montrezl was a key part of that Clippers offense and defense, and they're likely one of the top contenders for that Western Conference championship. And so when the Lakers are taking away the opposing team's best player, a key player on the opposing team, it definitely makes it a great move for them.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand the impact that Montrezl Harrell had on the Clippers. I mean, this man obviously won six Man of the Year, so that's a huge feat. And coming off the bench, this man did amazing on the Clippers. He's doing the same thing with the Lakers, potentially even start. The good thing is that the Lakers having all these trade rumors that Harsh was talking about, all these pieces that left, they're all role players. And Montrezl Harrell's not a role player. He could be a potential star on the Lakers. He was last year, the Clippers, and the Lakers are already winning a championship. It's looking like a lot of their competition, like what Harsh was saying, is kind of gone. With the Warriors, with Klay Thompson, with the Clippers, with Montrezl Harrell being gone, the Lakers are like stacked right now. I'm gonna be honest, and they're looking like the favorite for this year again to take a two-peat.
Exactly. To me, it's looking like if you take like a receiver from the Packers, like Alan Lazard, come into the Chicago Bears, it's like, what? I was surprised, to say the least. Montrezl Harrell, man, he was a key defensive piece for the Clippers, and he was averaging like 19 points, 8 boards a game. And him coming to the Lakers getting wealthier. It's crazy to think, but that's possible. LeBron James, 80. We know that what they defensively they can do and offensively as well. But with the addition of Montrezl Harrell, can see the Lakers defense getting even better, which is pretty scary to think about. I think this, accompanied with some of the other moves we'll be talking about later this week as well, the Lakers have made, makes the Lakers the clear cut favorites for the chip this coming season. All right, guys, so for the second move which we'll be talking about today is going to be one made in the trade deadline, that being Chris Paul being sent over from the Oklahoma City Thunder to the Phoenix Suns, where he will be joining Devin Booker. And the Thunder guys received not only Kelly Oubre Jr., who they sent off to the Golden State Warriors, we all know, but they also got another first-round draft pick. Our thoughts on CP3 going to the Suns?
No, this is a really interesting move in my opinion. If you look at last year with the Phoenix Suns, I feel like a lot of their issues was they didn't have like a great player to support Devin Booker other than Kelly Oubre. A lot of them were just like simple role average players coming off the bench, and like their dynamic didn't really work. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how CP3 fits with the Phoenix Suns and definitely Devin Booker. Like as we saw with what he did with OKC, playoff run, one game away from beating the Houston Rockets to further advance in the playoffs last year. And I feel like people think, oh, CP3 is like old right now, or like he's not as good as he was. I disagree. I still think he's an amazing player. He may not be like top 10 like he was before, but he's still going to complement Devin Booker's playing style really great. And I think that they're going to do something like on the Suns.
I didn't really understand this move at all by the Suns. You take on one of the biggest contracts in the sport for an aging player when your team is nowhere near title contenders or even like, mid-playoff contenders. So I really thought they should have gone for a younger player, younger talent to pair with D-Book for the future. But yet they went with an aging point guard.
I think this move was more of an appeasement. Devin Booker has never had help in his whole career, and I think they saw what CP3 did in OKC, like turning around all these young players and helping them develop and helping, just being a vocal leader in that locker room. I think that's what the Suns want. DeAndre Ayton's developing. Devin Booker is who we know he is. And so with the addition of CP3, he can help all those younger players who aren't really known to us right now and help them develop into better players. And I think this was made to appease Devin Booker for finally giving him a second star.
Yeah, exactly. I think the compliment is going to go pretty well. Devin Booker and CP3, I feel like that can work very well. And Arian, I think I got to say that last year I saw Chris Paul be a different animal. We haven't seen him done before. CP3's career has been highlighted with some injuries happening at the worst possible times. But last year, it sort of was like his comeback season. The run he made in the playoffs as well just showed us the heck of a player he is. And I feel like if he's bringing that type of mentality back over to the Phoenix Suns, they have quite the future planned out. And Devin Booker, he's getting better as each year goes on. The Suns finished off with an 8-0 in that bubble. That was pretty crazy to watch. They barely did not squeeze into the playoffs. But I feel like with this trade, the Phoenix Suns are a team who can make the playoffs and make a run as well. All right, guys. Well, those are just two of the moves which we'll be talking about later on this week as well. As always, guys, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below your takeaways from the Montrezl Harrell move, going to the opposing team in town, and the CP3 trade as well. Take care, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.